Linkin Up with Lincoln. Linkin Up with Lincoln.
Linking up, linking up, linking up with Lincoln.
Good morning, welcome to Linkin Up with Lincoln. I am your host, Adej Ely. Alongside me is Tobias Hunter. The Lincoln University campus was shrouded in darkness when a transistor blew out the power everywhere except for Sherman Dormitory. My co-host, Tobias Hunter, has more on this story.
Around 8 o'clock at night on a Monday, Lincoln University suffered a massive power outage where almost the entire campus was rendered powerless. The only building exempt from this tragic fate was the Sherman Dormitory, which happened to be hooked up to a transmitter that was different from literally the rest of the campus. Here's what a few students had to say about their experience with the entire ordeal.
Alright, right before the blackout, I was doing laundry and I was leaving Sherman, and just about halfway home, I saw this very bright flash of light, and then I turned around and the whole campus was dark. Honestly, I felt like I knew that a transformer has blown because, like, usually during the winter seasons, when there's a lot of snow, the transformers tend to explode, but this was like a major, like, flash of light. I kind of got scared, but to turn around and see that the campus was blackout, it was like, oh, wow, it's a good thing I got my laundry done.
All right, so we actually, when the transistor went out, I was on the game. So I'm mid-game, winning by a lot. Campus just went dark. It was kind of crazy. Like, I've never been through something like that in college before, for like the power to go out like that. So it was kind of weird, you know. Good thing it wasn't worse than it was. I really thought it was like something like a power line went down or something. It was just a transformer. It was up in like 5 hours, but like it was definitely like a new thing for me, especially in college.
So as you all can see, the power outage ended up being more of a minor inconvenience than anything else, where the problem was solved a few hours after the incident. This, however, doesn't change the fact that the event gave a few students quite the scare. Hopefully, problems like this can be prevented in the future.
A school bus crashes into Lincoln University's cafeteria. On the afternoon of Thursday, April 6, a school bus from Kansas City crashed into the cafeteria at Scruggs. The school bus was full of Kansas City middle schoolers from African-centered College Preparatory Academy. No students or staff were harmed in the incident. The bus was having mechanical issues on the way to Lincoln University, as it had to stop on the highway to be fixed before its arrival to Lincoln University. According to multiple reports, the students loaded the bus after touring campus. While waiting on the bus driver, the bus started to move on its own as its brakes gave out and crashed into Scruggs.
The school year is finally coming to a close, and that means it's time to show appreciation to this year's top students. The honors convocation will be taking place in Mitchell Auditorium at the Richardson Fine Arts Center. This event will highlight some of Lincoln University's best students and will offer awards and scholarships for their hard work. Show your support by attending the event on April 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m.
And some of Lincoln University students have already been honored. 6 OU students have been recognized by the Midwest Conservatorium Intelligence Community Center for academic excellence for their achievements. Alexander McGeisha, Yovita Iris Geisha, Asada Starks, Blake Oakley, Kyler Hughes, and Jared Campbell received their pins for their acceptance into the program and their development of specific skills and experiences. Tyrese Stovall has more on this story. Lincoln University welcomes our new Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Antoinette Bonnie Candia Bailey. She is an advocate and supporter of HBCUs, as she is an alumnus of Lincoln University, class of '98. Candia Bailey has been a part of higher education for more than 2 decades and has been part of multiple four-year colleges along the way. Through her years at different schools and coming to Lincoln, she has helped students find themselves in uncomfortable places and doesn't plan on stopping when she comes to Lincoln. Her start date is May 1st.
There is a special moment to come for Lincoln University with the announcement of a building getting a new name, Frank Hall. Evan Page has more on this story.
Lincoln University will dedicate a campus building to honor a former university president on April 21st. The event will commemorate the renaming of Founders Hall to Dr. James Frank Hall. The LU Board of Curators voted last November to rename the hall that primarily houses Lincoln's science and agriculture classes after Frank, the only LU alumni to serve as university president. Frank graduated with honors from Lincoln in 1953 with a degree in physical education. He served as university president from 1973 to 1982. Frank was an exceptional leader who worked tirelessly to raise the profile of Lincoln and secure stable funding for the university. During his nearly 10-year tenure, he supervised major renovations to campus buildings such as Young Hall, Mitchell Hall, Jason Hall, and Swage Hall, as well as the president's residence. Frank spearheaded construction of Lincoln's small animal research facility, Tompkins Health Center, the shipping and receiving building, and a new utility distribution system. He also reorganized the entire LU academic program into 3 separate colleges, resulting in approximately $500,000 savings for the university. His leadership led to a period of sound financial planning and stability for Lincoln, with 4.2% in enrollment growth from 1973 to 1984. Frank, who passed away in 2019, received many awards and accolades for his commitment to education and collegiate sports. He was inducted into 10 Hall of Fame, including Lincoln's ROTC Alumni and Athletic Hall of Fame. The dedication ceremony will take place at 11 a.m. on Friday, April 21st at Dr. James Frank Hall, 816 Chestnut Street in Jefferson City. The event is free and open to the public.
Campaign week has begun for student government positions for the upcoming school year. Many positions are up for grabs, and it is looking like a tough competition for the candidates. You can begin to see posters and flyers around campus, along with story reposts from the candidates' social medias. SGA elections were held on Monday, April 17th. The winners will be announced at the Blue Tiger Awards ceremony, which takes place on April 18th. All Lincoln students are encouraged to come, and don't forget your Lincoln student ID to gain entry to the events.
Probate season is still underway, and the second wave of probates are just as incredible as the first. The Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity and the Sigma Gamma Rho sorority both had their probates. I'll have more on that story.
Lincoln University's second wave of probates kicked off Saturday, April 8th at 7:11 p.m., as there was one fraternity and one sorority that revealed its new members.
Sigma Gamma Rho was founded on November 12th, 1922 in Indianapolis, Indiana. The members of the sorority are known as Poodles, and their colors are royal blue and gold. What was your overall feeling of the experience of the probate?
It was surreal. Like, I'm not really one to like a lot of attention on me. So it was really it was kind of like an out of body experience, but it was real it was real hype. I didn't feel the need to be nervous anymore. I was like, dang, all these people here for me. So it was real surreal. Surreal is definitely the word I use.
Alpha Phi Alpha was founded on December 4th, 1906 on the campus of Cornell University. The members of this fraternity are known as Alphas, and their colors are black and old gold. What made you choose Sigma Gamma Rho?
So what made me choose Sigma Gamma Rho is one, I have the honor of being my mom's legacy. So she is also a member of the sorority as well. So that played a big part. I've always kind of been around the sorority. So it was always kind of like, not necessarily put in my head, but it was kind of giving me an example of what I had to look forward to when I got to college. But specifically on this campus, I liked what they had to offer and what they represented. And, you know, when I first got here, I wasn't really sure if that was something that I was interested in, but they always made themselves present on campus. They always made themselves known, even though it wasn't a lot of them at the time. So, like, that played a really big part in why I chose them.
As spring arrives in mid-Missouri, the good news here at Lincoln isn't just about the weather. Join the university in exploring the nation's oldest HBCU at the Spring Open House, Springfest Edition, on April 21st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can take a tour up to historic campus and get your questions answered, and take a look at what the classroom looks like, along with exploring the athletics and choir and band programs and history.
Lincoln University is excited to bring back a long-standing tradition with Springfest 2023. This week-long event is designed to celebrate the arrival of spring with outside entertainment before the completion of the academic year. For over 20 years, Springfest has brought students, faculty, staff, and alumni to celebrate warmer days on this historic campus. It will take place on April 16th through 22nd. There will be food, games, face paintings, petting zoos, and concerts. Rapper Big Boogie will perform in Jason Gym April 22nd at 10 p.m. The LU Takeover will happen in downtown Jefferson City, where the LU Band will perform, and students with talents as well.
It's that time of the year as we prepare for new and returning members to run for the Student Government Association. This past week has been full of activities and information regarding the new candidates running for open positions. These new candidates have made their mark and have encouraged students to come out and support as we narrow down for elections. The SGA Field Day was a glimpse of what candidates have to offer at Lincoln. Sophia Myers has more on that story.
My name is Sophia Myers, and I'm out here at the ROTC building for the SGA Candidate Field Day, and this is what's going on.
My name is Jameer Hunt. I'm running for the next 2023-2024 Mr. Sophomore, and I'm running on the platform of Power to the People.
I'm Layla Barnes, and I'm running for Campus Activity Board Chair, and I'm running on the platform of Layla in the Ambush.
Good night. My name is Samaya Peterson, and I am running to be your 99th Miss Lincoln University of Missouri. I am running on the platform of There's No Place Like LU.
Good evening. My name is George Keith Sherman, and I am running for the SGA President position at Lincoln University of Missouri.
I am Milo McCanton, a sophomore, running for Miss Sophomore.
Game, rising senior, major in agricultural business, running for the 21st Miss Lincoln University of Missouri.
How's it going, LU family? My name is Hollis Anthony Franklin, and I'm currently running to be Mr. Senior.
Hello, my name is Diana Crump, and I'm running for sophomore class president. And I'm running for sophomore class president because I do want to change our class and make sure we bond and be more together.
My name is Ezekiel Ernst, a rising junior, majoring in sociology with a minor in marketing, invited to be your next junior class president.
My name is Francesca Evans, and I am running to be your next 2023-2024 Miss Senior.
Hey guys, I'm Casey Ashford, running for the title of the 99th Miss Lincoln University of Missouri.
Hi, I am Kelsey Papars, running for Miss Junior.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelly Washington, and I am invited to be your next Vice President.
My name is India Baldwin, and I'm running for Chief of Staff.
Good night, my name is Kenyatta Hampton. I'm running for CAB Chair, running on the platform of creating long-lasting memories through creativity, structure, and friendship.
My name is Tia Singh, and I'm running for Representative at Large.
I'm Brianna Bernard, and I'm running to be your next Miss Sophomore.
Hi everybody, my name is Michaela Williams, and I am running for SGA Secretary.
And my name is Cheyenne Pearson, and I'm running for your next Representative at Large. Noops, I'm getting y'all. Y'all are over with. Y'all done. It's for y'all.
Cedric Pace, and I am running for your 2023 to 2024 SGA class president. I'm serving on a political platform that's empowering students on our campus to finding their voice and to finding their purpose. I believe every student on this campus has a voice, and I want to encourage, empower, uplift, and I want to push the will drive for every student that's on this campus to be able to never be afraid to stand up what they believe in, to always go for what they want in life, no matter who break you down, no matter who tear you down, no matter who make you feel like that you can't go for what you want in life, and to always strive for the best thing that you want to do. People are going to knock you down. People are going to, lower your self-esteem. I expect everybody on this campus to go for what they believe in, and that's something I'm always going to stand on. Even if I don't win this SGA president position, I'm still going to be here for my students. I love everybody on this campus. I'm willing to work hard for all my students, and I hope everybody can feel the same.
Some of the Lincoln University softball athletes are excited about the new softball field. Shannon Boy Brown has more on that story.
Some of the Lincoln University softball women are excited about their brand new field. As a member of the softball team, how are you feeling knowing that you and the rest of your teammates will be playing home games on campus moving forward?
I'm excited for the home crowd and to play on this beautiful field.
As a fellow athlete myself, whenever there is a home meet or game, I would want to feel the support and love from my home supporters. I want to feel the atmosphere within my home field advantage. But for the softball women, that is not the case.
How are you feeling knowing that you and your teammates will be playing your next home game on Friday and also next season?
Feeling really excited about it. This is a beautiful field. We are very lucky to have this sort of facility here. And as for next season, I think it's going to go really great because we're going to be able to get a lot more practices in. We're not going to be rained out as much, and I'm hoping that we're going to get a lot more fans to come watch us next year.
I am very excited for the softball program because they have been traveling to Poland to play home games and not everyone could make it to support them. So for them to receive a brand new field is very massive for their program.
It's been in the process that it was going to happen for years now, and so it kept getting prolonged and pushed back. So the fact that we're here now, we're going to play our first home game on Friday here is so exciting, and so I just think it's a really cool experience. I'm so grateful.
Personally, I want to congratulate the softball program for getting a brand new field to play their own games on moving forward. I hope the ladies train hard, smart, and wise because the university will be at their own games ready to watch and cheer them to victory.
Tigers took over the track meet at the Lincoln Open. Many were able to clinch the victory in their events. As for the men, it was a sweep and a sprint as Lincoln won the 4x1 relay with a time of 41.64 seconds, including legs Shamar Fletcher, Jamar Treasure, Davion Clark, and Dimitri Beckford. Rashane Bartlett winning the 110 hurdles with a time of 14.57 seconds. Fletcher winning the 100-meter dash with a time of 10.81 seconds, and Ruben Nichols winning the 200 with a time of 21.44 seconds, and the 400 with a time of 46.77. As for the other running events, Troy White taking the gold in the 400 hurdles with a time of 15.73, following Kawani Campbell with the time of 52.89, and Shantamoy Brown with a time of 52.90. Also winning the 4x4 relay with the time of 3 minutes 11.47 seconds with legs Kevon Goldson, Brown, White, and Nichols. As for the jumps, Dejane Raymond wins the high jump, clearing 6.4, and Malik Drummond takes the victory in both triple and long with a jump of 6.89 meters in the long and 14.47 meters in the triple jump. On the women's side, it was a clean sweep in the 100-meter dash as Lincoln clinched first, second, and third and fourth, with Huasia Fife taking the win with a time of 12.27. Danica Lynn second with the time of 12.37, Bird Monea Carey with the time of 12.39, and Giovanna Gustave with the time of 12.53. Also a clean sweep in the 200-meter dash as Carey takes first with a time of 25.01. Denita Jackson second with a time of 25.32, and third, Shantae George with a time of 25.26. As for the 100-meter hurdles, Sophia Myers takes the win with a time of 13.79, and Maria Diamond taking the win in the 400 hurdles with a time of 59.63. Also being a part of the 4x4 relay, which took the gold with a time of 3 minutes 46.19 seconds, with teammates Chrisani May, Shivani Thomas, and George. As for the jumps Annalisa Barclay doubled up in the long and triple jump as she jumped her way into winning with the mark of 5.64 meters in the long and 10.88 in the triple jump.
Congratulations to all our Blue Tiger track stars. Lincoln University's band also had a big week. The Lincoln University Band Department presented its annual spring concert on April 13th. The event featured guest members of the Jefferson City High School and Capital City High School bands. The concert was held in the Robert and Charlene Mitchell Auditorium. It was free and open to the public.
It's Poetry Appreciation Time at Lincoln. Last Thursday was the spring poetry reading. The poets read some new material along with some older material from their most recent releases. Tyra Tillman has more.
Thank you. My name is Tyra Tillman, and I wanted to report on the spring 2023 poetry reading that happened last Thursday in the SUC Ballroom. Now, the poetry reading consisted of the two popular poets, Chelsea Rathburn, who was the author of 3 full-length poetry books and novels, which of one she was reading at the poetry reading. And the second poetry reader is James Davis, who is the author of Unusually Grand Ideas, which is the book he was reading from for his poetry. Now, I interviewed the two poets to figure out what advice they would have for aspiring poets, and also what poem do they feel that they connected with the most. Here are their responses. Here's what poets Chelsea Rathburn and James Davis had to say about advice they would give to aspiring poets.
The biggest advice I have is like, be open to change and really think about revision as a way of re-seeing a poem, revising, reviewing, being open to the magic of change.
The best thing a poet could be thinking about is one, being specific and concrete and trusting that your own individual experience will connect with someone else's individual experience.
Along with what inspires them to write poetry.
David Bottoms, who was a poet and my poetry professor at Georgia State, and David believed that poetry was about finding significance in life, and so I think that's one of the things reasons why I write. Chelsea, of course, is inspiration too.
You know, I loved language, and I would read and write, and so I guess I just find inspiration in the world around me. You know, but I've always had this, really positive association with language and story, and my poems tell stories. So try to connect with people that way.
Here are the poems that Chelsea and James felt that best represented their works.
I read a poem at the end called The Patron Saint of Traffic Lights. It's a poem about gratitude, and that's a poem I favor over my other poems.
I think my favorite from my most recent book is a poem about a painting by the artist Eugene Delacroix, and the painting is called Medea Furious, Furious Medea. It's about this figure from Greek mythology who does something really terrible, and that she's trying to get revenge on her husband who's left her for another woman, and she murders their children. And so the poem is about the painting, but then it's also looking at my own sort of feelings about kind of feeling like I wasn't a good enough mother. But that's a poem that is very close to my heart. It was an important poem for me to write, and I think it's probably my favorite in the book.
Before the presentation of the poetry reading, there were awards presented by Professor Elijah Burrell for his English 102 class.
We're starting with a new award that first time I've done it is going to be this spring. We're going to call it the Burrell Achievement Award for Outstanding Academic Performance in English 102. What this award boils down to is who has the highest score right now in English 102, and I have 3 sections of English 102 this semester. So we have 3 winners tonight, and it's not just some certificates that these students are winning. They're also going to get a $25 Amazon gift card as part of their Great Job award-winning moment. Our first award winner is Jameer Hunt. All right, our second winner tonight of the 2023 Outstanding Academic Performance in English 102 is Jalea Willis. And our third and final winner of the Outstanding Academic Performance in English 102 award is Hannah Naibo.
Thank you so much. Now, the poets had such an amazing time here reading for their Lincoln University students, and they cannot wait till the next time they're here in Jefferson City, Missouri. This is Tyra reporting with Linkin Up with Lincoln.
Finals are soon approaching, and students on and off campus are feeling pressured. No need to start stressing. The Dawson Learning Center has extended its hours to help with most classes offered here on campus. Peer tutoring is available for most classes from 10 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. After the Blue Tiger Shuttle took off for the first time in early March, the system has been a huge success. Students have been pleased with how smooth the process has been going thus far. Due to the success of the first shuttle, Lincoln has now added an additional shuttle with some brand new stops. Shuttle services will now provide students with free round-trip transportation to the Capital City Mall and Wildwood Shopping Center. Shuttle number 1 will still run the route to Walmart and Target. Second shuttle will continue to operate weekly on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 5:15 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. In front of the Strug Center, check your student emails for more information about the shuttle pickup times.
On Friday, April 14th, outgoing Mayor Carrie Turgeon was recognized for her hard work and dedication she had shown for the past 8 years. For 8 years of her being mayor, Jefferson City has had many programs accomplished for the community, as well as setbacks. But she had loved every minute of it and believed the attraction of being a capital city will grow. Nick Valencia has more on that story.
On Friday, April 14th, Mayor Carrie Turgeon was recognized for her hard work and dedication she has shown for the past 8 years. Through 8 years of her being mayor, Jefferson City has had many programs accomplished for the community as well as setbacks. But she had loved every minute of it and believes the attraction of being a capital city will grow.
With her hard work and great support team, Mayor Turgeon has been able to be a part of programs that have been planned for generations, as she says, to help the community grow.
Exciting over the last 8 years that we've been able to complete projects that we've talked about for generations. So the Bicentennial Bridge, getting the bridge at the Capitol over the railroad tracks to have access to the beautiful riverfront. And that's something that we've talked about for years, but it was nice to actually get that completed during my time as mayor because we had a great team of support. And then also redevelopment of the historic Missouri State Penitentiary site. It took years to get some of the land from the state for redevelopment, so that's been exciting that now we're starting to see that take off and potential development there. And Capitol Avenue, the revitalization of that area has been a big priority, and we're very close to seeing us complete getting some of the land from that sale, or from not sale, but just the whole process of acquiring some of that land.
The growing of the community, there's also been setbacks that caused to rebuild and move forward. Mayor Turgeon believes that even with her leaving the office, the community of Jefferson City is still on the rise to becoming what a capital city should be.
I mean, we had a tornado in 2019, and that was a major event here that we were able to overcome and become stronger from that. So even those challenging times are things that have made us better together as a community. I think that things will continue to move forward. I know that the mayor, Fitzwater, who's taking over, that he also has a priority of getting prison redevelopment to the finish line and getting that moving forward, which is great because we know its proximity to the river, to the Capitol, Lincoln University.
This time of the year, Muslims will go through their fasting that usually lasts for 29 days. I was able to talk to Malik Drummond about this Ramadan lifestyle, and he had this to say. Some of the things you can do is eat before the dawn, eat after the sunset. You cannot eat or drink anything in that period during the days. The majority of the eating habits as to daily challenges, you should be able to pray on time and read the Quran more. It is said that it is extremely rewardable if you read the whole Quran during the period of Ramadan. Malik Drummond is a student athlete that has to be going to class and practice without eating any food or drinking any form of liquid for the entire day. But that does not affect his performances in the field, as he is Lincoln's best triple jumper of the season thus far. Lincoln University is hosting Grow Your Own Mushroom Workshop. Miriam has more on this story.
Lincoln University Cooperative Extension will offer the opportunity to cultivate wine cap and oyster mushrooms at the community garden and take home inoculated samples of oyster mushrooms. We got the opportunity to interview Jessica Apple Farmer, an assistant professor of Lincoln's agricultural department.
I help run Lincoln University's community garden, and this is one of the classes that we're making available from the Lincoln University community garden. So we have 3 different class times where there's between 25 and 30 people in each one, where we have Miranda Duchat coming in from the Innovative Small Farms program, and she's going to help teach us how to go through and grow oyster mushrooms. So overall, we're hosting about 85 people coming in, so I have food grade 5-gallon buckets that we have holes placed inside them, and we're going to be soaking a bunch of straw. And she's bringing in inoculate, and we'll all be learning how to create our own 5-gallon bucket of mushrooms. So by this fall, we should go through and have oyster mushrooms to harvest and eat. It is the first time that I'm hosting it here. The Innovative Small Farms program has been offering classes other places, and so I'm just trying to bring it up to campus. It's for everybody. So it's Lincoln's community garden. So it's for the students, the faculty and staff that work here, people who are alumni, the general community, anyone that would like to come through and attend. So we have quite a few of the master gardeners that are coming and learning as well, because they do a lot of volunteer work in the garden.
The workshop will be held April 19th, offering 3 one-hour sessions, the first one being at 10:30 a.m. and the last one being at 1 p.m. This is Miriam Vasilevich for LUTV.
That's all we have time for today. I am Tobias Hunter.
And I'm Adarius Ely. Thank you for tuning in to Linkin Up with Lincoln.
Linkin Up with Lincoln. Linkin Up with Lincoln. Linkin Up with Lincoln. Linkin Up with Lincoln.